Phoenix in the 19th century was the hub for shipping farm goods and supplies from the Salt River Valley to communities throughout central Arizona. The mining and military camps north of town, near Wickenburg, Prescott, and Cave Creek, were important destinations for freighters and stagecoaches departing from Phoenix in the 1870s and the 1880s. This large-scale 19th century map of the valley is one of the very few that locates early wagon roads into and out of the Phoenix area. It was published in an 1885 brochure promoting the soon-to-be completed Arizona Canal. The map shows a single major highway heading north from central Phoenix along 7th Avenue to south of Camelback Road. After crossing the Grand Canal, the path splits into three: the Cave Creek, Black Canyon, and Wickenburg Roads. Cave Creek Road from the Grand Canal intersection angled northeast through the Phoenix Mountains for 20 miles to General George Stoneman's Military Road. The Stoneman Road connected Fort McDowell on the Verde River with Fort Whipple at Prescott and was built in 1870. It crossed Cave Creek Wash near the natural springs at the location of the current town. Cave Creek Road from Phoenix to the vicinity of the springs has existed since about 1874, when the area was opened to prospectors. Black Canyon Road from Phoenix to Prescott opened a year earlier in 1873. Flour mill owner William Hellings is credited with improving this route to the mining settlements in the Bradshaw Mountains to make it passable for large wagons. He was familiar with the benefits of good roads and in 1873 shipped 3 million pounds of flour to mining and military camps outside of Phoenix. 5 years later, stagecoach service was established on the Black Canyon. The third major road on this map ran northwest to Wickenburg from 7th Avenue and the Grand Canal to cross the Agua Fria River near 115th Avenue in Bell. It is the oldest of the three highways and appears on the earliest maps of the valley, the Government Land Office original surveys. This is a composite of the maps from the federal land surveys conducted in 1868 and published in 1870. On this view, the original site of Phoenix, shown here as the Phoenix settlement, can be seen in the lower right corner around 32nd Street and Van Buren. It was in this area that Jack Swilling and friends in 1867 first irrigated fields using prehistoric canals to grow food for markets at Camp McDowell, Wickenburg, and Prescott. In late 1870, the Phoenix town site was established 3.5 miles west of the settlement around the current city center at Central Avenue and Washington. The land office maps show two routes for the Phoenix settlement to Wickenburg, an upper and a lower. The roads run northwest and are about 6 miles apart when each crosses the Agua Fria, the upper route near 115th Avenue at Bell Road, and the lower route at 115th Avenue and Northern. They rejoined into a single route about 12 miles northwest of the river for the remaining distance to Wickenburg. An overlay of the 1885 and 1870 maps shows that the only part of the original route to Wickenburg still existing in 1885 was between Camelback and Bell Roads. Here the 1885 Wickenburg Road in black and the 1870 upper route in red share an alignment. The old upper route southeast of Camelback and the lower route do not appear on the 1885 map. Although the Wickenburg Road no longer extended to the Phoenix settlement area, it was connected to the new Phoenix town site by 7th Avenue and had been since July of 1871, when 7th Avenue was declared a county road from the Salt River north to the Wickenburg Road. The crossings of the Arizona Canal by the Black Canyon and Cave Creek roads when it opened in June of 1885 are not accurately shown on this map. In February 1885, 7th Avenue and 7th Street north from Camelback Road were resurveyed to align the highways with the wagon bridges across the canal. 2 bridges, each located on a section line, were planned for the area. The results of these changes can be seen on this 1887 map of the valley that was published in a brochure distributed by the Maricopa County Immigration Union. The map was drawn by C.J. Dyer, who is better known for his bird's-eye views of Phoenix. Instead of three highways separating the Grand Canal and 7th Avenue as shown on the 1885 map, Cave Creek Road by 1887 had been moved a mile east to 7th Street and the Black Canyon a mile west to 19th Avenue. Both new alignments originated at Camelback Road and were on the section lines that ran north to the two wagon bridges across the Arizona Canal. Once across the canal, the approaches through the mountains are approximately the ones still used today, with 19th Avenue skirting the west edge of Shaw Butte and 7th Street using the pass through the Stony Mountains. Other than connecting to Camelback Road at 19th Avenue instead of 7th Avenue, the route of the Wickenburg Road was unchanged when this map was printed in summer 1887. A significant addition to the valley on this map was Grand Avenue. The new diagonal road in town was completed by W.J. Murphy in March of 1887. Murphy's crews had been responsible for laying the bed of the Maricopa and Phoenix Railroad. When that was almost finished, they worked northwest at a 45-degree angle from 7th Avenue and Van Buren to blade the 100 feet wide Grand Avenue. At about 14 miles long, the road was initially only for local use and ended at the wash just beyond the future town site of Peoria. Murphy controlled many acres in the Northwest Valley, and Grand provided the access that he needed to market this land. The first residential addition along the new Grand Avenue was recorded within weeks of the completion of the road. Grand Avenue soon became the only angled route on the west side of the valley when the Wickenburg Road was realigned in October 1887 due to erosion. Instead of simply moving the angled road, county supervisors elected to abandon a large section of the Wickenburg west of the Black Canyon and replace it with roads that followed section lines. The new route started at the corner of 19th Avenue and Glendale Road and headed west for 7 miles to 75th Avenue, then north 3 miles to Peoria Avenue, west 1 mile to 83rd Avenue, north 2 miles to Thunderbird Road, and finally 1 mile west to join the old Wickenburg Road near 91st Avenue and Thunderbird. W.J. Murphy was likely pleased with this new alignment because it gave potential land buyers a second access route to his planned towns of Glendale and Peoria and left Grand Avenue as the only established diagonal road in the area. The changing layout of Phoenix's important wagon roads north between 1867 and 1887 reflected the town's growth through its first 2 decades. The trails were initially established to serve the first Phoenix settlement at 32nd Street in Van Buren in the late 1860s and early 1870s. By the mid-1880s, the roads had been widened and moved to accommodate the town's new center of commerce and the opening of the Arizona Canal. In 1887, the completion of Grand Avenue encouraged future growth by providing access to available land and a preferred pathway to the center of Phoenix for an anticipated second railroad.